What up, dude? I owe you. I bailed on I ghosted you the other day, so I apologize.
No, I was like, oh, maybe he's super available and is just trying to knock this out. I've noticed that like guys in the war room start offering the all these like free calls and we're like trying to call. Is this like a seven-figure flipping thing or like some GoBundance thing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not in either of those groups. No.
Okay.
No,
I'm
actually,
wondering
they
if,
copied me. No, let me tell you
oh
something. I'll give
yeah.
you a little history because I've been doing this for
Yeah.
years, and actually, this I just started recording these for this reason. I've been doing this for 4 years. For some reason, well, not for some reason, for two very important reasons. One, I'm a unbelievably high extrovert, the most extroverted person on earth. So, like, sitting around and talking to people is my favorite. My personality lends itself to talking to strangers. I'm just like, yeah, let's like, can I help you? Like, let's meet. And then I'm pretty service oriented, so I'm like, look, I've done well in life, better than most, not as good as some. So if I can be helpful, I have a sort of sometimes a unique way of helping people. So I just put it out into the world, and I've been doing it for like 4 years. I did stop it for about a year, but I've been doing this since about 2019.
Hmm. Okay.
And then the
Cool.
other guys, they copied me.
Right. Yeah, because I think it's like a New Year's resolution, or you're trying to knock this out. Like, I have to give back. I can't keep this all in. I have to, allocate X amount of hours every year to, I don't know, give back or recontribute. Does that sound right?
No, no, I don't think that way. It's more like, well, certainly I have a responsibility. Like I was a broke idiot alcoholic. And then in a few short years, I was like, I bought enough real estate to like kind of live life on my terms. I'm not rich. I still need to make money in some ways, but like I'll never starve to death. I'm pretty well taken care of. And I thought to myself, man, like other people would I could change other people's lives by just telling them what I know. So it started with the blog. The blog was brokeasachoice.com. And I just wrote everything I did. And then from there, people would find it and they're like, dude, can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, you can talk to me. And I also, I'm pretty aggressively anti paying for education. So I never wanted to like package this up and sell it as a course. I'm like, dude, here's my time. It's valuable. My time is valuable and limited, and that's why I miss things sometimes. And it's sometimes hard to get a hold of people, and it's why I can only do 30 minutes at a time because I have six of these today. But no, it's no New Year's resolution. Actually, it's more like I genuinely want to talk to people and want to. It's good networking, and maybe I can help, and maybe you can help me. So,
Yeah, maybe. Um, anyway, so I don't know if you recall, I don't expect you to. We did talk, I don't know, maybe a little over a year ago, because when you did offer this, we spoke, and it was mainly focused around doing social media to build my
oh boy,
business.
I'm
Yeah.
not good at it.
So you were like, Eric, what do you do? And I told you what I did. And you said, okay, we'll talk about that thing and post. And so started out strong. I mean, I still post here and there. But I guess my biggest hang up is I'm busy and like that's a good thing. Not busy, not too busy to do the posting. What I mean by that is like I have like clients I'm working with. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that's taking up my time.
Okay.
And I mean, of course, I can make excuses all day long, but I mean, I'm still getting business.
What's
So,
your question?
um, well, I think I do have a hard time like organizing, keeping things on track because every time I get a phone call, it's like I have to like take care of it, put out these fires. Um, I don't know how to manage that better.
How many employees do you have?
Zero. Yeah,
Ta-da!
yeah. It's yeah. It's not that I haven't tried. I will continue to try.
I'm in the same boat. I'm trying. I have a VA. She's doing good.
Yeah.
I'm not a good manager.
Hmm.
And a lot of tasks that I run into the same thing you probably run into, which is like, oh, I don't want to teach somebody how to do this. I'll just do it.
Yeah. So I kind of need somebody that's specialized. It's not necessarily just VA work. It's like somebody that knows like the mortgage industry. And in order to do this, they have to have like certain licensing criteria. So I'm finding the guys that are worth it. They they're very good at what they do, but they just don't have their business set up. And as a result, I can't work with them unless it's like it's in this gray area of compliance. Like we're regulated by the government, so
Sure.
I have to make sure that they're 100% because if something gets fucked up, then it's my fault. I'm gonna have to pay the fine.
Okay,
So
interesting.
yeah.
Admittedly, I have no idea about any of this, so bear with me. Um, so are you saying that you need access to more of
Loan officer
these folks,
assistance. Yeah.
loan officer assistants? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm out of my depth, but like, how have you tried?
Okay. So there's a massive Facebook group that's called Brokers Are Better. It's all mortgage brokers. And so they do like broker advocacy and stuff like that. So and basically it's to get rid of like the shit name that we smeared before the great financial crisis, right? And so they're trying to say that we're like, you know, uh, reputable human beings or whatever. Anyway, there's loan officer assistants and processors that go on there, and so they will advertise their services. And then so I've reached out there. I feel like that's like the best way to connect with them because it's where people are most engaged is in that Facebook group. Um, and some of their contracts are good and some of their contracts are terrible. And so if you get like a closed file for for example, like then they get compensated. But some of them want to be paid up front for all these leads that don't necessarily turn in anything.
Admittedly, you're a bit out of my depth.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you usually talk about in these things?
Most people, yeah, that's a very specific technical problem.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm working
most
on it.
people, most people in life, in my experience, don't like. I don't have that experience. Like you knew that going in. I'm not a mortgage guy, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Like
you're not.
it's not.
You're
You're
like a
not like, oh,
video.
this guy knows this problem. Most people in life have. I have a unique ability of converting somebody's insecurity into confidence.
Okay. Okay.
Most
Let's see.
people, myself included, their own worst enemy is themselves.
Mhm.
And because I'm a formidable opponent, I have a lot of experience dealing with the battle of self.
You said you were an alcoholic. Are you in the program?
No,
No. How did you quit? You just quit?
um, I quit. I quit hanging out with alcoholics.
Hmm. Yeah. So you got out of the military?
This is after the military. This is
Yeah.
quite a few years after the military. Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't hang around people. I don't know anybody that same way. I did drugs for a long time. And it's like now I just don't know any drug dealers anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm good at radical change.
Okay.
And I'm usually a good I'm usually a good networker. Tell me more about the mortgage industry. I know I have a broker buddy who has a pretty good size successful mortgage brokerage. I don't
Mhm.
know if he could help.
Yeah, I'm more looking for independent contractors. So that guy he might hire independent contractors like Schedule C people or whatever, but he probably has a team that he's hired. Maybe they perhaps work in an office. Does that sound
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, he could still probably provide resources though, because I mean, it's just me. I need low costs. I can't like support an entire salary of $80,000 per year, comprehensive benefits or whatever. So these pay per file per close file folks, those are the ones that I need. Yeah, because I'm spending like weekends. It's not a complaint. I'm saying this because it's just I want to improve on this, so I'm not working all fucking weekend.
I'm
But
not
it's
I'm not taking it as complaint. What I'm trying to
no.
do is I'm trying to understand the business model
Okay. For the loan officer assistant or for myself?
for yourself. Yeah, yeah, if I can understand your side, then maybe I can understand how they fit in.
Okay. So it's basically a sales job. I have to be competent though to um, provide products for people, and to make sure that they're fitting it with in like, compliance standards. So as you know, we're regulated by the government, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, whatever. We have to know all these guidelines. And then also because brokers work on what they call the wholesale side, we have access to all of these wholesale lenders. And so the only way that you can get access to them is through somebody like me. Okay. And so my job is to find folks and get them, completely show their ability to repay the loan. And it's not necessarily for conventional, like I have a DSCR going on right now. um, I do like other stuff, like investment stuff. Sorry, I'm getting emails. And then, yeah, once I provide that to them, then I get compensated from them. People can elect to pay me directly, but most people don't want to do that just because they don't have like they don't want to, fork out $8,000 or however much it is, right?
Who's your end user? The loan, the borrower, or
Yeah, the borrower.
so you go straight to a. Well, I don't understand what this is different than you and a mortgage broker.
This is a mortgage broker. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm genuinely curious. I'm trying to piece this together. Like, okay, if I know somebody that has a private mortgage broker business and they have employees, um, how is that different than what you do? Because you say I don't need employees. I need these. I need these.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So you can start your own brokerage, your own company, and then hire out full-time employees. I'm looking for independent contractors to help me with files or to help me with leads, specific leads. It's a lot of like paperwork, it's a lot of work. And so taking that responsibility and burden off of me and putting it onto them so that they can just do the paperwork stuff and then I can go out and get more business.
And what's the apprehension of you hiring it in house like a normal mortgage broker would do?
It's it, the volume has to be substantial in order for me to support a full-time salary.
Gotcha. So you're just in the quagmire of like not enough business to hire people,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but you also the workload is so much that you are like I need to outsource some of this.
yeah. And so it's a good problem to have right
Sure.
now, especially because like I'm part of a niche, and so like people come to me for specific things, and then I mean it's tough and it's complex though. Like it's not fucking easy. Like if you have like a like a salaried person who makes 120 grand a year, their income is simple, right? But the people I have all kinds of weird shit going on. I mean, it's like
Because
uh,
you're doing secondary. Because if it was simple, if you have simple people, it's like you just go to Wells Fargo.
no, no. I mean, we could still beat Wells Fargo. Come on, man.
It's not a. This is not a.
Just kidding.
This is not a
You
platform to
know,
sell on. I'm just like, um, no, but but you said you got people that are dealing with weird. You're dealing with weird stuff.
yeah, do some weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I can introduce you to Patrick because he's done it. He started as a small brokerage and has
Okay.
grown it. I don't know if that's helpful, but
Yeah,
it won't
maybe.
hurt.
Okay.
Um, but I definitely have this in my mind. I'm like, who else owns has because you're well, I guess let me ask you another question then. Like, what's your goal? Like, where are you trying to go?
Okay. Yeah. So I have a financial goal. I want $50,000 a month. That's what I want. And from that, I want to continue buying real estate to just have, I actually just transitioned into midterm rentals. I have a former short-term rental, and now it's a midterm, and I like it a lot. So I think I want to continue to do that. In fact, the guy that's going to be staying at my place starting February 1st, he's a Arizona Cardinals football player, and he's going to be staying there for like 3 months. And I'm like, oh man, this is like a cool idea. Like I could just try to target and get a niche of like these athletes that come to Arizona, because I mean you have minor league baseball that's there, you have people, the fans, I don't know, other like football players and stuff. And I asked them, I was like, isn't there like a doesn't the team have some sort of agency or connection with
Staffing, like housing?
housing? And he
Yeah.
goes, no, I just got to figure it out on my own. And he's like 24. I mean,
Oh yeah.
he's not like an idiot, like, but I was an idiot at 24. I didn't know how to do things.
He's as
So
smart as you can be for 24.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, man, maybe I could do something like that. That would be fucking cool. Sorry, do you not
Yeah,
curse? I'm sorry, man.
I
Okay.
fucking curse. Fuck. Nobody's ever asked me that. That's hilarious. No, I have a pretty terrible, inappropriate mouth. When you, but your goal, what's your goal with this business?
Um, I'd like to be the authority, I guess, on investors to kind of and VA folks like military folks. I'd like to be the authority on how to construct their deals, like on the back end and on the long-term financing end, because I get a lot of people who are either just they don't know anything at their beginning stages, or they're in something and it's totally fucked and they have a hard money note due and they're going to be out $200,000. And I'm like, why didn't, like, I wish we would have talked and then you could have, like, I could have helped you underwrite this. And now you're coming to me desperate. Um, anyway, yeah, I'd like to help out people so that they're not screwed.
What about, um, so when the initial problem you asked me was like, I need to find these 1099 contractors. Is the
Yeah.
goal to be able to scale it and hire a few in-house full-time employees?
Um, I think if I had two of these 1099s, these per file folks, meaning they work with a handful of brokers, I think I'd be okay with that in order to beat that $50,000 per month goal. Um, and no, I don't think I want to hire a full-time employee. I prefer
So,
the
okay,
contract.
that's
Yeah.
okay. I'm genuinely asking all these
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out that um, okay. So what you need then is you need a really good lead source for these individuals.
Yes. Yeah.
Could
High
you,
quality talent.
what's your website?
It's gtgfi.com. So
Okay.
yeah,
If
let me
you want
get
to
there.
hire somebody, where do they go? Where does your sales pitch? Where's their website?
I don't think I know what you mean.
So, okay. So you go to this Facebook group that has a lot of these people and you say, "Hey, I'm a good person to work with. Here's proof." What do you give them?
Okay. Um, yeah, it would have to be compensation. It would have to be, go ahead.
S- Um, let me word it maybe a little more like if you go to this thing, you're like, "Hey, I'm looking like how do you sell them?" So you go to this website or you go to this Facebook group and you're like, "Hey, I'm looking for." This is how I would do it. Let me just tell you how I would do it
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, yeah.
You say, "I'm looking for this person." Boom.
Mhm.
This is why I'm good to work with. Boom. Here's proof. gtgfi.com/1099.
Mhm.
And now it's a piece of content. It's a video and it's you going, "Hey, this is who I'm looking for. This is why I'm good to work for. This is why you
Okay.
want to work for me. This is why we want to work. This is how we're going to work together. This is what are my goals. This is how I can support you with your goals. Let's have a conversation." And otherwise, you're competing for you're competing for margin. You're just saying like, "Oh, well, I can pay you more."
Okay.
But if they don't know
So,
you, and I'm giving you this information based on what I know, which is admittedly
yeah.
very little. So,
No, I think that what you're giving me is I didn't even consider that going on there. Like if I post a couple of times a week, like looking for this, and then yeah, I don't know, maybe there's some maven out there that is interested in like the types of deals that I work on.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
they just like you. People don't work, dude. People work for Wells Fargo because the money's reliable, not because they like Wells Fargo.
Mhm.
They work for a small company because they're like my boss. Um, I like my boss. I like this. I like this thing. I'm gonna work for I'm gonna work for Eric because like I like Eric. I like the way Eric does things. How do I know if I like Eric? Right? Otherwise, and I wonder too with 1099 contractors, right? With the whole thing with 1099, it's like, dude, who pays the most? Because we're basically saying like, you're not, you don't have to be loyal to me because I'm not gonna be loyal to you. So Now
That's
you're just
fair.
like, oh, I'll pay the most. Okay.
Okay.
Well, what if I paid you good? Well, what if I did pay you the most and you liked working with me? Well, that might give you an edge, but they only are going to know if they like working with you if you give them a place to see who you are and what you're about.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, every week you're in there like doing an interview. So like put your half of the interview on the internet and you're like, check me out. Now I'm not saying to like work 100%, but it's like, hey, I'm interested. Watch this 3-minute video explaining who I am, what I'm about, what I'm trying to accomplish, and how we can work
Mhm.
together. And it just might save you a little bit of, um, it might scale your interview time a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. Thank you. So, hey, can you tell me about the purple light? What is the like how do you choose the lights? Like, do you go through a thought process? You're like, oh, maybe a pink or a neon green.
Oh, this?
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. It looks like a cool background.
Do you know that? Do you know what I do for a living? Do you know that
Yeah.
I'm a full
Yeah, I
time
know.
video guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Riverside app is cool. It started out with super high quality, but as
It's
the
only
oh,
it's
okay.
only the quality is degraded on live. When I download it, it'll be full.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I could help you at all. Oh, that looks good. Okay. I don't know if I can help you at all, Alex. It seems like you helped me. It does kind of like remove that obstacle about how difficult it was to find somebody because I sincerely put a lot of effort into putting in somebody. I even had somebody onboarded, and then it turns out her licensing was all screwed up, and so I had to let her go.
Dude, you could build a form,
Yeah,
right? That just says, "Do you have this license?" Now, I'm not saying they can't. I'm not saying they can't lie or be wrong, but
it'll weed out people.
yeah, most people won't lie.
Mhm.
They're like, "Oh no, okay, great," right? And then you also don't have to have the conversation with every single person. So, yeah, I love
Mhm.
that. As for helping me, dude, you are helping. I like this. I actually genuinely enjoy this. So, would love would love a shout out in War Room.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Yeah, I can
um,
do that.
I would love. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, I'd like to do this more. I think I'm going to open it up to military to millionaire too, and then I might just open it up full to the public like I used to.
Mhm.
But I'm still getting in the habit a little bit. But no, I'd love to stay in touch. Are you in a squad? Are you in a War Room squad?
Yeah, I'm in Dark Purple. We meet on Wednesdays at 8:30 Pacific.
Is it good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it.
Good, good.
I
I
mean, it.
I meet some
I
that they're struggling, and I meet some that are great. That's why I'm asking.
yeah. I want to. I kind of want to visit other ones sometimes, though.
I have an idea of how I'm gonna solve some of that for Dave. Yeah, I have an idea how I'm gonna solve some of that for Dave. But right now, he's kind of he's working hard. He's also overloaded.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm in good shape, dude. I'm the luckiest guy on earth. So, uh, no, not I don't. This isn't about not to say I'm not asking for help necessarily, but like that's not how my mindset is. It's more like, you know, can I be useful to somebody else? I mean,
Mhm.
military war rooms done a ton for me. So,
Yeah. Well, well, it has been a pleasure. I do sincerely appreciate it, and
of course,
we'll get on that
yeah,
my
I'll stay in
side of the
touch.
interview. Yep.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know if that's like the end all be all, but and then I'll send a chat on Facebook to you with a guy named Patrick, and I'll introduce you. And I don't know if that's going to be useful, but
Doesn't hurt.
I've never met somebody, yeah, where I'm like, oh, I thought this person could help, and then like they made my life worse. So
Mhm.
maybe it can help.
Yeah. Well. All right. Thanks, man. I sincerely appreciate it. All right.
Anytime.